Did you know that over 60% of adults over the age of 60 experience painful leg cramps, especially at night? If you've ever been jolted awake by one, you know just how frustrating and exhausting they can be. But what if the solution isn't a pill, but something already sitting in your kitchen? In this video, we're diving into the top 5 best superfoods to prevent leg cramps in seniors. Foods that don't just ease the pain, but also support your overall health as you age. So, without any delay, let's dive into number 1 on our list. And it's one you've probably seen on your plate more times than you can count. Spinach. But have you ever wondered why this simple leafy green keeps showing up on nearly every superfood list? It's not just because it's low in calories or high in fiber. Spinach is packed with nutrients that make it one of the most effective natural remedies for leg cramps. But how does it actually work? Let's break it down. First of all, spinach is a true mineral powerhouse. In just 100 grams of raw spinach, you get around 79 milligrams of magnesium. That's about 19% of your daily recommended intake. Why does this matter? Because magnesium is absolutely essential for healthy muscle function. It helps regulate muscle contractions, allowing your muscles to relax properly after they contract. When magnesium is low, muscles can become overactive and more likely to cramp up, especially during the night or after physical activity. So, the magnesium in spinach helps your muscles stay relaxed and reduces the risk of those painful cramps that can strike out of nowhere. But magnesium is just the beginning. Spinach also provides 558 milligrams of potassium per 100 grams. That's 12% of your daily needs. Potassium works closely with magnesium and sodium to maintain the right balance of fluids in your cells. It also plays a direct role in sending signals between your nerves and muscles. If potassium levels drop too low, that communication can break down. And the result? Painful, sudden cramps. And here's something many people overlook. Spinach also contains calcium, about 99 milligrams per 100 grams, or 10% of your daily value. While calcium is often talked about for bone health, it's also a key player in muscle contraction. When your body doesn't get enough calcium, your muscles might struggle to contract properly, which can lead to spasms and cramping. Moreover, let's not overlook iron. In just 100 grams of spinach, you get about 2.7 milligrams of iron, roughly 15% of your daily needs. Iron plays a critical role in transporting oxygen through your blood to your muscles. Without enough of it, your muscles can tire more quickly, making them more susceptible to cramps due to a lack of oxygen. So when you put it all together, magnesium, potassium, calcium, and iron, spinach gives your muscles the nutrients they need to function smoothly, contract and relax efficiently, and avoid those painful cramps. But before you start adding spinach to every meal, it's important to consider the whole picture. Because as we age, we're often dealing with more than just one issue. Let's take a look at how spinach fits into other common health concerns, starting with diabetes. Spinach has a very low glycemic index, around 15, which means it won't spike your blood sugar levels. That makes it an excellent choice for anyone managing diabetes, which becomes more common as we get older. Plus, spinach is high in fiber, which helps slow down the absorption of glucose into the bloodstream, keeping your energy levels steady and reducing the risk of sugar crashes. When it comes to heart health, spinach is also a great ally. It contains antioxidants like lutein and nitrates that help relax blood vessels and improve circulation. This can support healthy blood pressure and reduce strain on the heart, something that becomes more important with age. And for bone health, spinach really shines. It's rich in vitamin K, which is essential for building and maintaining strong bones. Vitamin K helps regulate calcium in the body and can reduce the risk of fractures, something many people don't realize until it's too late. Now there is one thing to keep in mind. Spinach contains oxalates, natural compounds that can contribute to kidney stone formation in people who are prone to them. But that doesn't mean you have to avoid spinach completely, but moderation is key. And here's a useful tip. Cooking spinach helps lower its oxalate content, making it a better option if you have kidney concerns. Now, for the best absorption and least side effects, try steaming or lightly sautéing your spinach instead of eating it raw all the time. A good serving size is about 1 cup of cooked spinach several times a week, enough to get the benefits without overdoing it. Now that we've covered how spinach works its magic on your muscles, let's talk about how to keep this superfood fresh and ready to go. After all, we don't want it to be wasted, right? To keep it fresh, store your spinach unwashed in a plastic bag with a paper towel in the fridge. It'll stay good for about 3 to 4 days. And if it starts to wilt, no worries. It's still perfect for soups, omelets, or smoothies. All right, let's keep the momentum going. The next superfood on our list is one you've probably had as a side dish or in a casserole, but you might not have expected it to make the cut. Yes, we're talking about sweet potatoes. Trust me, this humble root vegetable is packed with nutrients that make it a powerful ally when it comes to muscle health. But actually, how? To start, sweet potatoes are packed with potassium. In just 100 grams, you get 337 milligrams of potassium, which is about 7% of your daily needs. We already know that potassium plays a huge role in helping your muscles function properly and preventing cramps. So, if you're dealing with frequent leg cramps, sweet potatoes are a tasty way to boost your potassium levels and keep those muscles in check. And that's just the beginning. Sweet potatoes also contain magnesium, 25 milligrams per 100 grams, or 6% of your daily intake. Magnesium is essential for muscle relaxation, so it's another reason this root vegetable is a must-have when you're trying to prevent those dreaded cramps. But here's where sweet potatoes really shine. They're an amazing source of vitamin A with 961 micrograms in just 100 grams. That's more than 100% of your daily recommended intake. Vitamin A is a potent antioxidant that helps repair muscle tissue and promotes recovery after exercise. So, not only are sweet potatoes helping to prevent cramps, but they're also supporting muscle recovery, making them a win-win for anyone dealing with muscle discomfort or fatigue. Now, if you're diabetic, you might be wondering, are sweet potatoes okay for me? Since they're a starchy food, won't they spike my blood sugar levels? Well, here's the good news. Sweet potatoes have a low glycemic index of about 44. This means they won't cause a rapid rise in blood sugar like other high-carb foods. In fact, they're an excellent choice for stabilizing your blood sugar levels, which is especially important for anyone managing diabetes. Plus, they're packed with fiber, which helps slow down glucose absorption, keeping your energy levels stable throughout the day. But here's an important tip. If you plan on baking or roasting your sweet potatoes, keep in mind that this can actually raise their glycemic index to around 60. That means you might get a bigger blood sugar spike compared to if you were to boil or steam them. So, while baking can give you a crispy texture, if you're looking to keep your blood sugar levels steady, steaming or boiling is your best bet. And when it comes to picking the right sweet potato, the key is to look for firm, smooth-skinned ones with no visible bruises or soft spots. The color of the skin can vary from a lighter golden brown to a reddish hue, but it's the firmness that you really want to focus on. If you want to go for the healthiest option, try buying organic sweet potatoes, as they tend to have fewer pesticides and more nutrients. Now, when it comes to preparing them, there's really no wrong way, but certain methods can preserve more of the nutrients. As mentioned earlier, steaming or boiling sweet potatoes is one of the best methods to retain their vitamins and minerals. In contrast, baking can break down some of those beneficial nutrients, though it's still a tasty way to enjoy them. And a serving size of 1 medium-sized sweet potato per day is perfect. To keep your sweet potatoes fresh, store them in a cool, dark place like a pantry or cupboard. They'll last for up to 1 to 2 weeks this way. Once cooked, pop them in the fridge, and they'll stay good for up to 5 days. Just make sure you store them in an airtight container so they don't dry out. But be mindful not to go overboard. While sweet potatoes are incredibly nutritious, eating them in excess can bring some concerns. For one, although their glycemic index is relatively low, too many servings, especially when paired with other starchy foods, can still lead to blood sugar fluctuations over time. So, it's all about balance. Now, here's something especially important for anyone with kidney concerns. Sweet potatoes are naturally high in potassium. Just one small sweet potato contains about 337 milligrams of potassium. That's 7% of your daily value. On its own, that's manageable. But when eaten in excess, that potassium can quickly add up and exceed safe levels, especially for those with chronic kidney disease. Why does that matter? Because when your kidneys aren't functioning at full capacity, they can struggle to filter out excess potassium from the blood. This can lead to a condition called hyperkalemia, which causes symptoms like muscle weakness, irregular heartbeat, or even sudden heart failure in severe cases. That's why it's recommended to stick to just one small sweet potato per day if you're on a low potassium diet. Now that we've covered sweet potatoes, let's move to something much smaller. But don't underestimate its power just because of its size. These tiny seeds are often added to smoothies or sprinkled on top of yogurt, but many people don't realize just how beneficial they can be, especially when it comes to muscle health and preventing leg cramps. Any guesses? Yep, you got it. We're talking about chia seeds. These little black and white seeds have become a favorite in health circles for good reason. Just one look at their nutrient profile, and it's easy to see why they're considered a true superfood. In 100 grams of chia seeds, you get a whopping 335 milligrams of magnesium. That's 84% of your daily recommended intake. As we've already seen with spinach and sweet potatoes, magnesium plays a crucial role in helping muscles relax properly. It calms the nervous system, supports muscle contraction, and helps prevent those painful cramps that tend to strike at night or during physical activity. But that's not all. Chia seeds also provide around 407 milligrams of potassium per 100 grams, which helps keep your body's fluid balance in check and support smooth muscle movement. And let's not forget their rich content of omega-3 fatty acids, about 17.8 grams per 100 grams. These healthy fats are powerful anti-inflammatories that help reduce muscle soreness, speed up recovery, and keep your muscles functioning at their best, especially as we age. Now here's where chia seeds really stand out: their omega-3 fatty acid content. They contain about 17.8 grams of omega-3s per 100 grams, which is pretty impressive for a plant-based food. Omega-3s are essential fats that help reduce inflammation in the body, including in your muscles. If your leg cramps are connected to muscle soreness or inflammation, omega-3s can help ease that discomfort and speed up recovery, especially after walking, exercise, or even a long day on your feet. And chia seeds aren't just helpful for leg cramps. If you're concerned about heart health, and let's face it, most of us are as we get older, chia seeds are an excellent addition to your diet. Those same omega-3s that help your muscles also help reduce bad cholesterol, improve circulation, and lower inflammation throughout your cardiovascular system. That means better heart function and more stable blood pressure over time. Moreover, they're also incredibly good for your bones. Chia seeds contain a solid amount of calcium, which helps maintain bone strength and density. That's especially important for seniors, as bone loss becomes more common with age, increasing the risk of fractures. Now, if you're managing diabetes or watching your blood sugar, here is some good news for you. Chia seeds are one of the best foods you can eat. Their glycemic index is just 1. Yes, 1. That's about as low as it gets. This means they don't spike your blood sugar at all. In fact, thanks to their high fiber content, they actually slow down the absorption of carbohydrates from other foods you eat, helping to stabilize blood sugar levels throughout the day. That's a big win for anyone dealing with type 2 diabetes or insulin resistance. So, how do you eat them? The best way to enjoy chia seeds is to soak them in water, milk, or any plant-based milk. Once soaked, they develop a gel-like texture that's easier for your body to digest and absorb. You can also stir them into yogurt, smoothies, oatmeal, or even soups for a little crunch and a lot of benefits. Just make sure to start with 1 to 2 tablespoons per day. That's plenty to get the benefits without overwhelming your system. Now, speaking of your system, Chia seeds are very high in fiber. That's great for gut health, but if you're not used to it or don't drink enough water, they can cause bloating, gas, or constipation. So the key is to introduce them gradually and drink plenty of fluids throughout the day to keep things moving smoothly. To keep your chia seeds fresh, store them in an airtight container in a cool, dry place, like your pantry. They'll last for up to 6 months, and even longer if you pop them in the refrigerator. Alright, moving right along. Now it's time for a creamy, buttery favorite that's become a staple in everything from toast to smoothies. It's rich, satisfying, and packed with nutrients that your muscles absolutely love. Any guesses? Yes, it's the avocado. While avocados are often celebrated for their healthy fats, they're also surprisingly rich in minerals that support muscle health. In just 100 grams of avocado, you get around 485 milligrams of potassium, about 10% of your daily needs, plus 29 milligrams of magnesium. As we've discussed before, these two nutrients are essential for keeping your muscles functioning properly and reducing the risk of those sudden, uncomfortable cramps. But what makes avocados especially unique is their high content of monounsaturated fats, nearly 15 grams per 100 grams. These heart-healthy fats not only help your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins, but also support muscle recovery and reduce inflammation over time. Now, if you're managing your blood sugar, here's some great news. Avocados have a glycemic index of 0. That means they won't spike your blood sugar levels, making them an excellent food for people with diabetes. They also offer a generous dose of fiber, which helps stabilize glucose and keeps energy levels consistent throughout the day. Another big win for seniors trying to stay energized and balanced. And when it comes to heart health, avocados shine once again. Their monounsaturated fats can help reduce levels of low-density lipoprotein, commonly known as bad cholesterol, while supporting levels of high-density lipoprotein, or good cholesterol. That balance is especially important as we age, helping to lower the risk of heart disease and improve overall cardiovascular health. But of course, like every superfood, there's a little caution to keep in mind. Avocados are quite high in potassium, which is usually a good thing. But for people with chronic kidney disease or those on a low potassium diet, it can become an issue. Because as mentioned earlier, eating too much potassium when your kidneys can't filter it properly can lead to hyperkalemia, a dangerous condition that may cause muscle weakness, irregular heartbeat, and in severe cases, even heart complications. So, if you have kidney issues, it's best to stick to about 1/4 to 1/2 of an avocado per day. As for how to enjoy it, avocados are incredibly versatile. You can slice them into salads, mash them on whole grain toast, blend them into smoothies, or even eat them straight with a pinch of salt and pepper. However, just remember that they're calorie dense, so a little goes a long way. And for storage, here's a quick tip. Keep unripe avocados at room temperature until they soften. Once ripe, pop them in the fridge to keep them fresh for another 2 to 3 days. So whether you're looking to soothe your muscles, support your heart, or balance your blood sugar, avocado is one creamy powerhouse you won't want to skip. Alright, before we wrap up our list, there's one last superfood you definitely don't want to overlook. And chances are, you've seen it before, but never thought to actually eat it. It's those leafy tops, often tossed aside when we bring beets home. Yes, beet greens. They may not be as popular as the root itself, but nutritionally, they hold their own in a big way. These vibrant leaves are loaded with muscle-supporting minerals. In every 100 grams, you get 47 milligrams of magnesium, 305 milligrams of potassium, plus a healthy dose of calcium and iron. Now, we've already seen how this mineral combo helps muscles contract and relax properly, keeps cramps at bay, and supports recovery. And beet greens bring it all together in one leafy package. But what makes them even more impressive is how they support other areas of health that become especially important as we age. For one, they have a low glycemic index, around 15, which means they won't cause sudden blood sugar spikes, a big win if you're watching your glucose levels. They're also rich in antioxidants, which help reduce inflammation and boost circulation. That improved blood flow isn't just great for heart health. It helps carry oxygen and nutrients to muscles more efficiently, easing fatigue and supporting overall function. But with all these benefits, there is one thing to be cautious about. Beet greens naturally contain oxalates, compounds that can contribute to kidney stone formation in people who are prone to them. While they're incredibly nutritious, it's best to enjoy them in moderation if you have kidney issues. Cooking beet greens can help reduce the oxalate content, making them a safer choice in these cases. If you're wondering how to eat them, sautéing is a great option. Just a little olive oil, garlic, maybe a splash of lemon juice, and you've got a simple, flavorful side dish. You can also steam them or stir them into soups. Their slightly earthy, bitter flavor adds a nice depth to any meal. As for storage, just place them in a plastic bag with a paper towel and keep them in the fridge. They'll stay fresh for about 3 to 4 days, so plan to use them relatively soon after bringing them home. Beet greens may not have the spotlight like spinach or sweet potatoes, but they deliver serious value when it comes to fighting off muscle cramps and keeping your body feeling strong. So next time you see those leafy tops, think twice before tossing them. Your muscles will thank you. And there you have it, 5 powerful superfoods that can help prevent those painful leg cramps and support overall health as we age. It's not just about adding years to life, but adding life to those golden years. If you found this helpful, please give it a like so it can reach more people who need it. Share it with a loved one, a parent, or a friend who could benefit. And of course, hit that subscribe button for more health tips designed to help you or your loved ones live stronger, healthier, and happier.